Geometry, Chapter 1, Section 3, Example 3. Let's find the midpoint of a segment. So, the coordinates on a number line of j and k are negative 12 and 16. So, if we had a number line, oopsies, a number line, that one. Okay. And we want j and k at negative 12 and 16. So negative 12 would be somewhere down here, and 16 would be somewhere up here. This respectively means that j is the first one and k is the second one. So j is here at negative 12 and k is the 16. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of jk. And so remember our formula was to take the 2 and divide by 2. So negative 12 plus 16 and divide by 2. So negative 12 plus 16 would be equal to 16 minus 12 is 4. Divide by 2 and you get 2. And so halfway between the two of them would be this point 2. That would be your midpoint. Looking at another example, so coordinates of a number line y and o are 7 and negative 15 respectively. That means that the y goes with the 7 and the o goes with the negative 15. Respectively means first one's first, second one second. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of yo. So again, we're just going to take the 7 plus the negative 15 and divide that by 2. So 7 plus negative 15 is negative 8. And you divide by that by 2 and you get a negative 4. And we check our answer. Ta-da! Negative 4. Okay, so add the 2 and divide by 2, making sure you keep the number. How about if we're looking at a temperature gauge? Find the coordinates of the midpoint of PQ. So if P is 40 and Q is negative 20, you're going to take 40 plus negative 20 and divide by 2. So 40 minus 20 is 20. Divide by 2 and you get 10. So if I did this right, my midpoint here would be at 10. So right here would be halfway between P and Q. So if the temperature dropped from 25 degrees to negative 8, okay, so 25 degrees. 25 degrees is right there. So let's put our P right there. Move it down. Okay, so I've put P there. Let me get to my number line, and we will drop to negative 8 degrees. Negative 8 is right there. So let's put Q at negative 8 so we can see it. Okay, there we go. So we want this to be halfway between the two at its midpoint. Midpoint is half, middle. So you're going to take the 25 plus the negative 8 and divide by 2. So 25 plus negative 8, so 25 minus 8 would be 14, 17, oops, would be 17, and divide by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8, so this would be 8 and a half. And yes, get used to working in fractions, not in decimals, because most of what we do all year will be in fractions. So the answer should be a positive 8.5 degrees. So somewhere in there-ish. Would be halfway between the two. And that's example 4.